Welcome to Black and Blue, the podcast that's just for you. We bring solutions to everyday problems. We are here to humanize the badge. By interviewing first responders and discussing their trainings, experiences, and publications. Black and Blue airs weekly at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in.
You know, Coach Clee, you and I talked a lot about my man Maurice Hicks, who you had on the show. Mm-hmm. He mentored me, man. He actually put the investigative bug, gave me the idea to do that. You know, I wasn't thinking about investigations, and I met up with Mo Hicks. He was my sergeant, and he just told me, about all the investigations that he had prior to becoming a sergeant. And I said, let me just give this a try. And thank God he came into my life at that point, because that's what really motivated me to do it. And, like I said, it's a lot of on-the-job training. I started my investigative career out in the robbery unit. And those people listening that have any kind of background as a robbery investigator in a major police department, you see everything. And that's how I was. I saw it all. So that started to build my hunger to become a homicide investigator.
Gotcha.
So I was able to do that within 5 or 6 years of doing the robbery investigation. After doing it a couple of times, I said, let me look into this, because this, it really doesn't affect me as much. And I was able to get the certifications back in 2012 to do the biohazard cleanup, and I hadn't stopped since then. Again, recruitment, or it could be developing a confidential source or networking in that neighborhood to solve that rape investigation or that homicide or whatever's going on in that community. That's important. And, when we can do that, we start to lower these tensions that are out there, and we start to work together with that community. The police and the community start to work together. That's where we need to be. You can see that a lot of our instructors that we use we've all been through it. We've walked the walk. We don't manufacture instructors to come through and just read the PowerPoint to you. These are lived experiences. I talk about some of the homicide cases that I've worked and police involved shootings and things like that. And we have other investigators that also train, whether it's school resource officers or park police officers. We have been there. And we're led, the director and founder is Dr. Megan Price. She has her PhD in conflict resolution. And when we teach together, I think, it's big. It's an interactive training. It's a 2-day course for law enforcement. And we've actually been working with technicians with utility companies, because they've been experiencing people letting dogs loose on them, and it's a mess, but it's been helping them. So it's not, conflict is something that we all experience. Me as a parent, not just as an officer, but everybody experiences. So we go through and we talk about what we've experienced, and we talk about building ourselves up, building our own tools up, so we can start to deal with that moving forward. Community, they know who's committing these crimes. It could be their family member, it could be their neighbor, and for whatever reason, they may not give you that information first. But if you show them respect in the beginning with that broken window call, they're more than likely to, like you just said, call you back maybe 2-3 months down the road and say, look, man, I need to talk to you about something more serious than that broken window. And you have to be there. Sometimes, listen, you may be doing more favors than they'll be doing for you. They may need help with a ticket or to contact another officer, and help meaning to explain what's going on, what to expect when they go to court, or, how they can take the proper steps into getting themselves together. But that's all in developing relationships. It may be something small that you're dealing with at first, but who's to say that they don't have information about a double homicide in that area, or rapes or robberies?
Exactly.
people have information. We just have to be ready to accept that and know how to get it out of them. That's it. I like the brick by brick. I mean, that's old school, but I mean that's how it should be done. And it's like you appreciate it more when you work hard, you put a lot into it. And I show them even now, every job that I get, every crime scene cleanup that I get, I make sure I'm on every scene. I talk to the homeowner or a family member. I make sure I let them know, look, everything is fine. I've run the backgrounds on all of my technicians. I want to make sure everything is done. And before we clear that scene, we do a walkthrough with them to make sure everything is satisfactorily done for them. But it's big to represent yourself in a positive way.